Subscribe to my channel Storytime with Lenny for more videos. Oh, I didn't see you there. I'm Lenny Sangam. Today the book we're reading is Nate the Great and the Halloween Hunt. My name is Nate the Great. I am a detective. Tonight I got into trouble. Tonight I was locked in a haunted house with my dog Sludge. I was in big trouble. There were no pancakes there. I was on a case, a Halloween case. It all started about 1 hour ago. My dog Sludge and I were looking out the window. We were waiting for witches, clowns, Draculas, and princesses to ring our doorbell. Suddenly, I heard a scratch on the door, a loud scratch. I went to the door and opened it. Someone was standing there in a long dress, a bonnet, and a shawl. It was Little Red Riding Hood's grandmother, carrying a trick-or-treat bag in her teeth, his big teeth. The grandmother was Annie's dog, Fang. I, Nate the Great, did not think that Halloween was a scary holiday until now. Where's Annie? I asked him. Does she know you're out alone on Halloween? I did not wait for an answer. I dropped some treats into Fang's bag. He wagged his tail and went down the walk. I closed the door behind him. Sludge crawled out from under a chair. I said to him, "Be brave on Halloween. We don't believe in ghosts, goblins, or grandmother with big teeth." Sludge went back to the window. The doorbell rang. I opened it. Annie and Rosamond were outside. They were both dressed as Little Red Riding Hood. And they were each carrying a basket covered with a red cloth. "Your grandmother was just here," I said to both of them. I know it," Annie said. This is Fang's first year out alone on Halloween." I put some treats in his bag, I said, "and now I'll give you some for your baskets." "My basket is already heavy with treats," Rosamond said. "I can't carry any more. Mine isn't full yet," Annie said. She lifted the napkin from her basket, and I dropped some treats inside. "I'm finished with trick-or-treating," Rosamond said. "I came here to ask you for help." "What kind of help?" "One of my cats, Little Hex, is missing," Rosamond said. "He hates Halloween. Every year he tries to hide, but this year I can't find him." "Where are your other 3 cats?" I asked. "Perhaps Little Hex is with them." "Oh no," Rosamond said. "Every Halloween, Super Hex, Big Hex, and Plain Hex go to the old haunted house on the next street to help haunt it. But Little Hex is too scared, so he hides." "Wait until tomorrow," I said. "Halloween will be over, and Little Hex will come out of his hiding place." "But he might be really lost," Rosamond said. "I'm so worried. I can't eat any of my treats. Please help me." "Very well. I, Nate the Great, will take your case. Tell me, when was the last time you saw Little Hex?" "He was following Annie and me to Rosamond's," Rosamond said, sorry. "Where did you go tonight?" I asked. "First, I put on my costume," Rosamond said. "Then, I went to Annie's house. Little Hex followed me there. And then what?" "Annie finished dressing up Fang. She sent him on his way." Then Annie and I went to Clyde's house. He gave us some cookies. We put them in our basket. Next we went to Esmeralda's house. She gave us her special Halloween biscuits. Was Little Hex still following you? Yes, Rosamond said. Then Esmeralda asked Annie and me to help her get in her gorilla costume. So Annie and I stepped into her house, and Little Hex did too. Annie and I helped Esmeralda become a gorilla. The three of us started to leave Esmeralda's house. That's when I noticed Little Hex was gone. Then he's probably still at Esmeralda's house, I said. No, we looked everywhere in her house. Annie said, was Esmeralda's door open or closed? While you were helping her with her costume, I asked. Open, Annie said. So Little Hex probably escaped outside, I said. It's hard to find a small black cat in the dark, but I'll go out and hunt for him. Oh, thank you, Rosamond said. I'll go home and wait for you to bring him back. Rosamond and Annie left. I wrote a note to my mother. Dear Mother, I'm on a Halloween case. I'm hunting for Little Hex. Who would rather hide than hunt? I will be back unless the grandmother with big teeth uses them on me. Love, Nate the Great. That was funny. I got a flashlight. Sludge and I went out into the night. I saw two pirates ahead of us. Excuse me, I said. Have you seen Rosamond's cat, Little Hex? The pirates turned around. There were Finally and Pip. We have just started on our rounds, Finally said. And all we've seen is a dancing artichoke and a robot. Sludge and I walked up and down the street. We saw more pirates and monsters and kings and artichokes, but we did not see Little Hex. Where could he be? What would a scared cat do on Halloween? I asked Sludge. Then I had an idea. Perhaps Little Hex wasn't scared anymore. Perhaps I should be looking for the brave cat, not a scared one. Perhaps this year Little Hex is learning how to hunt, I said to Sludge. I, Nate the Great, don't believe in haunted houses, but we must go to that old house and hunt for Little Hex. Sludge did not look happy, but we went to the old house. It looked haunted. It looked like every ghost who had ever haunted anything was in this haunted house on that night. Sludge and I crept up the front steps. They creaked. I knew they would. I knocked on the door. It creaked. I knew it would. I opened the door. It squeaked. I knew it would. I stepped into the house. Sludge slunk in it. I called out, Super Hex, Big Hex, Plain Hex, Little Hex, any Hex, are you here? You have 1 minute to show your faces. Sludge and I are leaving. I started to count the seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, slam! The door shut behind us. I tried to open it. It was stuck. There must be another door, I said to Sludge. I flashed my flashlight around. I saw cobwebs, old furniture, wrapped with white sheets. I heard clinking and clanking and shrieking. Is that you, cats? I shouted. I saw 3 pairs of eyes glowing at me in the dark. Cat's eyes. They belonged to Super Hex, Big Hex, and Plain Hex. Then they disappeared. I flashed my flashlight all over the house. The 3 cats were gone. But how did they get out of the house? How could Sludge and I get out? I heard more clinks and clacks and shrieks. The cats had left. So what was making those ghostly noises? I, Nate the Great, now believe in haunted houses. We have to get out of here. I found another door. It was locked. I tried windows. They were locked. There must be a way out, I thought. The cats got in and got out. I kept looking. And then in front of me I saw a ghost. I don't believe in ghosts, so how can I see one? But it was creeping towards me, dressed in a white sheet. And suddenly I knew I was on my case. Little Hex must be under that sheet learning how to hunt. So, do you really think that 8th grade solved the case? Is Little Hex under that sheet? If you want to learn more, you have to see my next video of Nate the Great, the Halloween Hunt, Part 2. And also one more thing. Keep watching and keep reading. See you in my next video, guys!